Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Quadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elders, the GMS. Peace, salutations, blessings to the Archium, laboring his truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Alright, this is just a little, news update. As you can see on RT News, it's saying all children will have to take the juice in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has become the first nation in the world to make the juice V mandation for children. It says parents face sanctions and potentially forced juicing of their kids if they don't comply. Whew. Alright, and this is how these devils really want to roll with their agenda, referring to Revelation 12 verse 12. Alright. It says the juice poke has been added to a list of childhood V's obligatory under the law. Alright, it's wicked. It's these devils and their wicked decrees. Says the nation's health ministry announced on Friday. Alright, so they don't pass that decree, Says the NVEC, the National Juice and Epidemiology Commission, CMVE, has declared immunization against the V to be mandatory for all minors under 18. It says parents in Costa Rica might now face unspecified sanctions if they do not juice their children against the C starting from 2022. It says previously, the Costa Ricans refused to juice their children against such diseases as measles as a part of the compulsory program, the immunization program. They were reported to the health ministry, according to the local media. The ministry then initiated a special legal procedure for the minors to get a poke without their parents' consent. Alright, and that's just why, in these, it's supposed to be, a blessing, to bear, children. Alright, but in this day and age, under the wicked's rule, having children is he adds to the oppression. You know what I mean? Alright. These devils, they use your children against you. You have to pretty much, walk that thin line, and you can't really, discipline your children, without worrying, about potential problems, and just, man, it's just. But here, here it's saying, this is the mindset that they really want to come with. It says they initiated a special legal procedure for the minors to get a poke without their parents' consent. They, you know, at the end of the day, you know, they gonna come and say, if the parents ain't consenting to it, then they gonna deem the parents, you know, neglectful. All right. All right, but they're saying it's unclear whether the same scheme will apply with, you know, the C9V. You know, but you can guarantee that, you know, it will. All right, so I'm gonna drop on down here. It says, the authorities have promised to purchase all needed pokes for children under 12 by 2022. Last month, Costa Rica struck a deal with Pfizer that will see an additional 3.5 million V doses delivered to Latin American nation. At least 1.5 million doses from the batch will be reportedly reserved for minors. So that's damn near half of the, you know, just a little under half of what they're sending. They saving that for the children. And again, you know, we seen how they coming down on the tribes, you know, the nation of Israel. All right, and we seen how these you know, brothers heard the stories where up in Canada, all right, had some you know, so-called Native Americans, which, you know, Gadites up in Canada, you know, on some reservations, and they were trying to, you know, pretty much do the same thing to all their children. All right. That's the times we in. We see how these devils are moving with their wicked agenda. All right, so I can get this. Revelation 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All right, and, you know, to the hopeful elect, you know, whom receiving this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Hey, you know, we rejoicing at these end time signs. You know, though we know, you know, peerless times to come. All right, Lord willing, you know, if we be a part of that number, we're gonna endure until the end. All right, but we in those times. All right, so it says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, destruction. All right, woe, that word woe, destruction. For devils come down unto you, and who's the devil? Esau, Edom, whom power has been given to rule the earth in wickedness. So for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Alright? And, you know, these devils, alright, they know that, you know, they have but a short time. Alright? They see this word, you know, starting with the elder apostles and like-minded brothers, you know, going throughout the earth via you know, the unicorn, the YouTube, and, you know, other platforms, you know, going, the word reaching through the firmament. All right, but that's why, you know, Lord YAHAWASHI, he putting it in their heart, in their mind, you know, to move the way they're moving. Get this. Salakia. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart, alright, and the modern day king, which would be the ruler in whom, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Alright, they bear the rule right now. So the modern day king, alright, is Esau Edom. Alright, it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, YAHAWAH, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Alright? So Lord YAHAWASHI is, putting it in the mind of the wicked to come with their agenda, to fulfill prophecy at the end of the day. Alright, judgment is going forth, throughout this earth, and it's really gonna, turn up. The closer we get to the end of Esau's age. Alright, all the way up, leading up into, the MOTB, the World War III, what's saying Revelation, second woe is past, the third woe coming quickly, alright, and take place over there in the Middle East, and Jehoshaphat, alright, and then leading up into the salvation of the elect, across the earth, mainly over here in Babylon the Great, which is America, spirits of Sodom and Egypt, and then the complete utter destruction of Babylon the Great via the ICBM missiles. Alright? And the Lord's going to harden, the hearts of the other, like the Medes, the Russians, and these other countries, and they going to turn, against the great whore, which is America. And, hey, all praise to YAHAWASHI, because this place is completely, utterly wicked. Alright, Salakia, let me see. I get this. This is Isaiah 13, verse 5. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Alright, this is referring to the ICBM missiles. It says, even the Lord Yahawah and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Alright, and that's what, that's what the end's gonna be for America, for Babylon the Great. Destruction of this whole land. This is Isaiah 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Alright, everything these all the wicked, the 2/3, alright, hey, they gonna receive that judgment for their evil, alright, and along with the wicked themselves for, their iniquity. Alright, that perpetual, hatred, alright, and just, complete and utter blasphemy of YAHAWASHI, and complete utter, destruction of the earth and the Lord's people. Alright, it says, I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Alright, and these devils, Esau, Edom, they're proud. Alright, they're very haughty. Alright. Let's see, I was wanting to get, can't think where it's at. Let me see. Do it like this. It's Isaiah. Think of where it's at. Isaiah. Let's see. Salaki. I was trying to find that preset. I don't think it's coming. Wiki. Salaki. I can't think of the preset. But it's going into, the decrees of the wicked, which Esau is pushing throughout the earth right now. Salakia. Let me try to find it real quick. Alright. So it's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Alright, and that's going to the laws of the land, We'll say, woe, destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Alright, Esau, Edom, the powers that be, the earth is given to the hand of wicked, and they control, they'll pretty much control the way of life, through their laws and ordinances. Alright, and as we can see, they are very unrighteous. Alright, it's we see how, the times we're in, we see, this is just like, Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright, that's why America is referred to as spiritual Sodom and Egypt. There's a lot of sodomy going on, and these devils push, that death culture, that blasphemy of the Most High culture, alright, with their media, with their laws, pretty much, they come against, the ways of the Lord. They come against those who stand for the ways of YAHAWASHI. Alright, the laws of the Bible, these devils they try to cancel the laws of the Bible. Alright. And then you even got some of these, so-called religious leaders, that say, oh, the laws are done away with and God loves everybody and yada yada. Alright, and they err not knowing the scriptures. Alright, and they are misleading, the masses. All right, but we understand at the end of the day, to receive this understanding, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it's only for, the elect at the end of the day. Lord willing, we be a part of hopeful elect. All right. But not everybody's gonna be able to receive this truth. All right, so again, Isaiah 10, verse 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. All right, and just like we went into, the news story, Costa Rica and other places. All right, these little poor countries, the poor people, YAHAWASHI, the tribes mainly, they're taking away the rights. All right, saying you don't have no say. But these same devils push death through abortion, and people hacking off their members, changing their natural state. All right, and their what was their saying was, my body, my choice. But then when it comes to this, the same devil pushing out this juice, all right, you no longer have that as a scenario, my body, my choice. So this devil, this hypocrite, the powers that be, all right, hey, that man says that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right, it says, and what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from afar? All right, the day of visitation, and the desolation which shall come from afar, referring to the ICBM missiles. All right, it says, to whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? All right, so not only is, the Lord YAHAWASHI, judging, using Esau, Edom as a sword, to judge the earth. All right, but the ultimate judgment, is gonna come, come when the wicked are judged. All right, these devils, they just fulfilling, their role at the end of the day. This is Job chapter 20. I'll start verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. All right, and that's going to, these devils, fulfilling their agenda. All right. When he is about to fill his belly, says, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, referring to ICBM missiles. It shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, so again, this devil, he's pushing this worldwide, one world government, wicked, demonic Satan agenda, where they want to, turn everybody into perpetual slaves, hit everybody with that charagma, the MOTB, all right? But, hey, he only gonna get so far. What say, YAHAWASHI set bounds which he cannot pass. Verse 24 says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Alright, let's see, Job. Let me see real quick. I get this Job chapter 13 verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies. I referring to Esau, Edom, the wicked, the powers that be. You are physicians of no value. Alright, and they pushing their agenda saying, oh, it's you know, we care about your health. Alright? These devils do not care about nobody's health but their own. That's why they completely and utterly, constantly, you know, destroy the earth and the inhabitants thereof. Alright? In many shapes, forms, and fashions. Alright? Every which way these devils can. They push that death out, that death culture. Whether it be in the food, the water, alright? You know, through their medicines, the so-called physicians, which it clearly states, ye are all physicians of no value. Alright? What is that in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach? Or is that in Wisdom of Solomon? Let's see, let me get this real quick. I don't think I spelled that right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restored them to health. Alright? And that's what these people whom lack, you know, it's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, who lack faith, they don't understand, you know, whatever judgment the Lord put on a person, hey, you know, it is what it is, you know. But they completely relying on the oppressor Esau, Edom, in his pharmakia, alright, for whatever, you know, said pain, sickness, you know, that they may, you know, have. Alright, but at the end of the day, you know what say? Wisdom of Solomon 16 verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restored them to health, but thy word, O YAHAWASHI, which healeth all things. Alright, with faith in the word and prayer. And that's another thing. You know, these devils, you know, you can't even push that prayer topic, you know, on, you know, this platform, YouTube. Alright. But that's just to show you the, you know, the times we in. Alright, with Amos 8:11, you know, that famine of the word getting closer and closer. I don't want to be surprised, you know, these devils completely, you know, say if you don't have that V pass, if you ain't got that V pass, then you ain't gonna be able to log into, you know, this Google. You know, you ain't gonna, you know what I mean? And Google linked up with YouTube and, you know, all that. And that gonna, you know, you take away a lot of things from people, take away the food, take away this and that, take away the end. Hey, a lot of people gonna fold up. And they gonna run down to, you know, run down to Egypt, run down to Esau, Edom, you know, and say, hey man, just, you know, they gonna bow to that beast, you know. Alright, verse 13, it says, for thou hast power of life and death. You know, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. For thou hast power of life and death. Alright. The Lord who created life, who created everything on this earth. Alright. The power is in the hands of YAHAWASHI. Says, thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringest up again. Alright, so, you know, we understand. Was it Deuteronomy 32 verse 39. It's Isaiah 45 verse 7, if I'm mistaken. You know, Lord, he kill it, he make alive. You know? Let's see, let's see. This is Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Alright, so again, you know, let me get this real quick just for edification's sake. 24. Alright, when it's Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Alright, to this day. He covered the face of the judges thereof. Alright, which these devils painted, you know, so-called images, you know, so-called white God, white, you know, so-called Jesus, which we know, you know, Yahawah and YAHAWASHI, alright, being men of color, referring to Revelation chapter 1. Alright, so it said the earth get into the hand of the wicked. Alright, not only that, it said he covered the face of the judges thereof. Alright, we know this. Okay, because scriptures say it. So if not where and who is he? So whom has rule of the earth? Alright? It's pretty clear to see, you know. If not where and who is he? If it ain't, you know, the Edomites, our so-called white man, which is really a red man. If not him, then where and who is he? Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. Alright, and hey, it's about to be mass mourning. Alright, mass death to follow. But hey, it's all part of the script. Alright? This is you know, part of it. Alright? And we know people are not rejoicing. Alright? People are in turmoil, you know. They don't have, you know, no options if they don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Alright? You know, we have been blessed, you know, to receive this instruction. Alright? And the Lord has blessed us with faith that we, you know, see a way out. And we know, you know, the only way out is through YAHAWASHI. Alright? But everybody else, they don't see, they don't understand, they don't see that this place is coming to a horrific end. Alright? They don't see that, so they're not looking for a way out. You know? Yeah, you got a lot of people who are just, you know, mad about it. You know, they don't like the current situation, you know, but they don't understand what, you know, they don't understand what to do, you know, just besides what, you know, people do, throw a little, you know, tantrum like a little baby, you know, get mad, you know, maybe, you know, do some vandalism, you know, do some you know, riots in the street, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, that's just playing right into Esau Edom's agenda, because he want to send them troops. You know, he want to come down with that great wrath. All right, but he want to make it look like it's justified. Everything these devils do, they try to cover it up, try to cover up, you know, their true intent. All right, but you know, through the spirit power of YAHAWASHI, you know, through the elder apostles, lock my brothers on down, you know, we receive this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we understand, you know, what is coming, what is to come, and you know what let me see, let me get this, what manner. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Alright, so I'm gonna start at I'll start at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. Alright, that great noise, you know, going into them ICBM missiles. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Again, the missiles hit. The elements shall melt with that fervent heat. So the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Okay, so again, that future prophecy. All right, mainly, you know, over here Babylon the Great, where say, you know, all the land thereof. Verse 11, 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. All right, we understand, you know, what is to come. It says, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming day, unto the coming of the day of YAHAWASHI, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Alright, what? You know, what manner of persons ought ye be? Alright, because, like I said, we have been blessed to receive this instruction, this wisdom, knowledge, you know, and gaining understanding, you know, and we understand now is not the time to, you know, just be lost in the sauce, be, you know, out here doing too much in this world that's soon to be dissolved. Alright. Verse 13 says, nevertheless we, alright, the hopeful elect, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth. Alright, which you know, you break down that word new and it's going into refreshed heavens, refreshed earth under a new rulership. Alright, starting with, you know, YAHAWASHI. It says, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Alright, because obviously, you know, there's no righteousness dwelling upon this earth except for, you know, the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, and those whom, you know, are receiving this message, you know, and rehearsing the righteous, you know, acts accordingly. Alright. And this is verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, alright, with kingdom minded, you know, focus on that which is to come rather than that which is present. It says, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace. Alright, and you know, brothers, sisters, whomever, you know, we being diligent, alright, seeking, you know, searching out, you know, the hidden mysteries, you know, seeking the word, alright, hearkening to the word, you know, whatever way, you know, that Lord will be, alright, you know, whatever the Lord put, you know, in your lot, you know, whether it be to, you know, be a listener, you know, of the word, alright, you know, and you know, for certain brothers, you know, if it's their lot to, you know, go out on the highways and byways, alright, and bid others to the marriage, you know. It says, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. Alright. But that's pretty much the point, I guess, you know. Just continue to seek, what is Romans 8 verse 6, to be spiritually minded is life and peace. We want life, and we want peace, and we want more abundantly. Alright, like St. John chapter 10 verse 10, we understand that Esau Edom is, the devil that the Bible speaks of. John 10:10 would say, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. Alright, and YAHAWASHI come that we might have what, life. Roughly paraphrasing, that we might have life and have it more abundantly. Alright, what's saying Micah 2 verse 10. This is not our rest. Alright, it's Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart. By tuning into brothers, lessons, by being spiritually minded, by meditating, on the ways of YAHAWASHI, on these scriptures. Alright. We are departing from this carnal realm, from this worldly state of mind. Alright, because again, Esau Edom, he pushed, straight and utter wickedness and confusion. And man, if it ain't, that's what, all praise to YAHAWASHI, that we that we are where we are, whatever, if you're receiving this word, if you're, listening to brothers' lessons, live streams, whatever it may be, that's a blessing. That's the power of YAHAWASHI. All right, because we could be bugged out, brothers say bugged out, standing on the street corner eating chicken fingers. You know what I mean? Man, whew, But hey, Lord will be done at the end of the day. Lord will we be a part of it. All right. But say Micah chapter 2 verse 10, rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, this current world is not a rest. All right, we are to arise, spiritually, mentally, all right, and depart spiritually, mentally, all right, emotionally. And when it is, set time be, the Lord put it in your spirit, to get up and move. You're supposed to be his pilgrims on the earth, where it may be. All right, looking and hastening the coming of YAHAWASHI. All right, and that'll be our true departure. Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number, and gain that salvation. I know brothers was going into, rebuking that one camp, that, saying, a whole bunch of madness, saying, people wasting their life away, look, what are you talking about? This is not life. This is judgment. This is hell. We're waiting for life to start in the kingdom. We want eternal life. We want righteous rulers. We don't want to slave away for Esau Edom and be constantly afflicted, by the wickedness. Like say just just Lot, because Lot was a just man. He said he was I'll get it real quick. Constantly vexed, by the filthy conversation of the wicked. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 7. It said, and delivered just Lot. Alright, this is going to Sodom and Gomorrah. And Lot and his his family. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right, we come in that same stead. You know, we are, vexed, with the filthy conversation of wicked. Once that breath come back to you, it be Lord will, you receive this wisdom and understanding, all right, and you come back, to ways of YAHAWASHI, and then you start to understand things and see how the world is and what's really going on. And hey, this is very vexing. All right, this is hell. We're on hell for someone to, especially the leaders of, Israel, for them to, say, oh, don't waste your life away waiting on, the Lord to come back. You gotta better your situation here. All right, what do you mean? Hey man, but brothers, hey, whoo. Was that Hebrews 10:31? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, man. Not everybody gonna, have that true blessing of faith and true blessing of understanding. All right, and some people just set up, to you got them wolves in them sheep's clothes, and they gonna do their job at the end of the day, But I'm gonna get this and end it. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It's not a rest. We cannot be comfortable. All right. The only thing we can be comfortable is in these scriptures and the promises, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. All right. Through faith, we had to, move as we is, but never knowing, So that's why it said, Lord willing. All right. But we got to have that faith that, it is the Lord's will, but still remain humble. All right. Because if you're lacking, if you're too prideful, or if you're lacking, you don't have enough faith, hey, you know what I mean? It's a balance. All right, it says, because it is polluted, this whole earth, this whole system under the rule of the wicked is polluted. Completely, utterly polluted. It said, it shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. All right, so even if, you try to go into the world and try to do things, hey, it's designed to destroy you, to break you down, and this is hell on earth for the Lord's children. All right. At the end of the day, if you ain't the wicked, if you ain't Esau, Edom, you ain't joining hand in hand with them, you're not gonna get too far. All right, because that's just how YAHAWASHI set it up. He gonna keep us afloat. All right. Lord will, we maintain, in the word. All right. With that, I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Akwakadash, Kwam Yasha'ah, Abba, DTA soon. Shalom.